the audio. So what is it we need to take care, especially we want to edit the audio aspect, and then the video aspect, then the web object, etc. Right. So to just to give a quick idea, it's a very important for us to also often when we are getting the audio, let's say the audio file is being it's not the voiceover which you're using from here, which is a text to speech, often which we use it, but the voiceover is from external sources, which could be a AI voiceover, or maybe the subject matter expert has read it, like speaking on it. So you are going to take those existing voiceover files and you will be importing it to the story dot file. So in that case, if there is any like issue in the audio in terms of there's a gap, there's no sound, or there's a breath, so that can be done. We can do a bit of edits and all that. So I'll show you how we can do it. Perhaps your articulate storyline is not so sophisticated in terms of doing the audio or video edit as such a full-fledged. You may require a separate software, but however, there are minor things which can be taken care over here. To begin with this section, first we should always ensure that we have a chosen that default player and the your recording device, because if you're not doing it, then it could happen that whatever you are recording, in case you're recording it externally, that may not match out with your with one recording to another recording. So to check that, all you can go, this is what I'm showing you through screenshot also. Before you record any narration or any import, you choose a default player, a recording device. To do so, you go to your audio, and from there again you click on this option, yeah, and check out. Your default device is what? Is it the same as system? And ensure that it is same as a system or a selected one, and use that only consistently. Because if you change your recording device, and then when you do a when you do a playback, it could happen that, and next time again you come back and again you change you made it as system. So if they have multiple recording or inputs, your mic option basically, then your sound could vary a bit. So for that safer side, we are trying to ensure it. We keep it to maximum and say okay. Yeah, so usually, mostly, you will be able to import files like your audio files, media files, any recorded narration which is already existing, and the file type could be these. It could be some of these format, AAC, AIF. Of course, your MP3 is a kind of popular one. The WAV file also, this WAV and your MP3 is the one which most of the time uses. But again, your articulate is capable of importing files with these extension other than your MP3, which is so prevalent. Right now let's look into how we can go ahead, make the particular audio play pause. So to do so, this is what I'm going to show you. If you just preview this single slide, it'll give you an idea. It's not necessary every time the audio will play according to the timeline. You want it's a podcast clipping which you want to show, audio or video, whatever. The learner can have a control. So learner can play. See here, it's playing. I don't know whether I have shared the sound. Lord, let me just pause and check if I have not shared the sound with you. Now I'm shared the sound. Hear it out.
Or handle various types of
Can you hear
conversation
it?
strands of situations effectively.
And then I'm just going to, I can pause it in between. Now this is played completely, so let me just show you how it works out.
The purpose of customer service
So
scripts
speaking,
is
I'm
to help
pausing
the
it.
support.
Pause. Okay. Now if I play it, it'll play from where I pause. Let's say over here, preview this. I'm playing now again.
Agent respond quickly or handle various types of conversation strands
I
of
can stop
situation.
now. Let's say stop. So the learner got a control over it, the whole of the audio which you are kind of playing. Yeah, so how do we get this particular option? Perhaps we can quickly check it out. To do so, I'm going to tell you what is to be done. So just opening a basic slide, say a blank one. And we grab audio first, of course, in our timeline. So let me see if I can import some audio, which I already have. Audio from file. Or I could create a quick, okay, I'm importing it, so I'll import it only. Okay, I could just quickly create a file. I don't know whether I really have an audio file. So I'm going to grab some text from the internet and just go to play it quickly, convert it to text to speech. Just a moment, just grabbing it. Okay, there we go. Got some content and audio, text to speech. It could be also imported, something which is already pre-existing. So there we go. And stopping it, just taking it a little bit only, not the entire thing. And closed caption, don't forget this, generate closed caption. I think I told you last time also, always. So the learner will have an option. Otherwise, some learners may not like it and they won't be able to close the captions which will appear or while they are, learning a particular e-learning nugget. There we go. Yeah, so this is inserted. Now, if you just see here in the timeline, it will automatically play the moment I preview the slide. So what we want is we would like to set a trigger for it. Simple trigger. And of course, to set a trigger for it, we need to have buttons. So I'm going to take a button. Again, go to insert and choose the button. So 3 button. Let's say play, pause, and stop. So this is only to stop the audio to be played automatically. Okay. And then we set a trigger because we've set a button. The audio is also there. Trigger. Okay. So tell me, which trigger do you think we should be kind of applying? You have the whole gamut of it. You know it. Play media, text to speech. That is the one. When, then,
When the user clicks
yeah,
on play
on
button.
button one. Yeah. Play button is the button one. We should rename it. That's highly recommended. And then again, the second one, we set a trigger, play media. It'll always remember whatever last you have selected. Of course, we're saying text to speech. And when user clicks on, yeah, which option? Yeah, when clicks on button 2. And then, of course, you can always copy it also if you want. I'm just going to quickly copy paste. There we go. I'm going to say pause. Instead of pause, it will be stop media. There we go. So if you just quickly check, this is how it will work out. So you're just adding media, basically audio.
The challenge is that it can be difficult to know what
Pause it. It'll stop. And again, you play
2023 has in store for the ever-changing landscape of content.
Pause. So wherever you're stopping from there only it's playing.
Marketing
You say stop. There we go. Right. So there could be another option where instead of this pause play, you say you don't want to pause. You just want to play and the stop. So you can absolutely have that option where you don't have a pause button at all. You just have a play button in place. Now, carefully notice what is happening to your text to speech. Did you notice? It was a text to speech earlier. Now what has happened? That time also it was an MP3 file, but now instead of that, the text to speech, the usual file, it just gives you this kind of
Yes,
file.
yes.
This because it's going to be, it will play pause and it will basically go along with the triggers which you have set. It will not play in the timeline automatically. Earlier, it was playing automatically in the timeline when we set it as a text to speech, and we used to adjust the dialogue here and there. Now you cannot adjust the dialogue, you cannot move it. It will be stagnant over here only. Yeah, so that can be the same can be done with the video files also, perhaps could be. So if you just check out this one, this I'll tell you quickly how you can also edit a particular a text to speech. Yeah, so this is a small text to speech with some animations which I've said, but you just assume that this text to speech which is being there, it's something which you have imported and you want to edit it. Yeah, so any text to speech which you want to edit, let me just take the same content. So I'm just kind of creating a new slide, basic. There we go. And insert a, okay. Oh, I lost the content. Okay, so there we go. The quick content, and I say insert. Okay, so this is your text to speech one. I'm going to insert one more. Same content, but I am giving a gap here. Right, so it could happen, when the somebody is recording it, there could be some gap, or there could be some breath, that sound comes, the breathing, that little bit of breathing sound or something, or there is a long gap. When I say long, it's just a few seconds gap, maybe 1 or 2 or few seconds, and you feel that is kind of not going so well. Then, like for example, if I just open this wave file, you see this wave pattern which is there in place. Of course, you can use this option to zoom in further. So this is how you can preview it a little bit, how this whole thing being spanned out. Wherever you see there's a kind of a longer gap in the wave. Like for example, if I see this particular zone and I want to zoom in a little bit more, and I feel that this gap is too long, though the gap is not that much, it's a split second gap over here if you see in the timeline, but you want to remove it because you don't want this gap to be appearing. So what you can do, you can select it. See, you just click on it and you drag it to select that long breath or gap which you would like to remove. And then you say, you can go ahead, completely remove it. It's like a cut paste kind of a thing. You can silence it perhaps. So I can delete it. That means if I delete it over here, say it's gone, it's reduced further. So if I select a little bit, let's say I want to completely, okay, if I did the zone go, okay, I think somewhere over here the zone was. So I'm going to select this whole and delete it. So you have, let's say this is where there's a dialogue going on, and I would like to insert some seconds, like a movement of silence for a second. Then you can do that also. You can select that zone and you can decide where you would like to insert and how many seconds of silence. Let's say I want to insert 1.1 second kind of a very minute silence. There we go, it's too long. So I can further reduce it. I can remove it. This is too long. So let me delete it off and choose a very small silence to be inserted somewhere over here. Hold on, over here, over here. And I can say somewhere 0.1 or maybe 2 seconds of silence. So there we go. And I can further adjust it accordingly. So I can hear it out also. See, at the same buttons you have it. So you can
help the support agent respond quickly or handle various types of conversation strands of situations.
So you can preview, and wherever you feel there's some kind of a gap coming up, you can kind of
effectively.
So,
help the support agent respond quickly or handle various types of conversation strands of
that option is there. If the volume is coming, you can perhaps also check out and adjust it accordingly. Right now, it's all good. I'm just keeping it over here, pretty balanced over here. So audio can be imported, the same existing into the existing audio if you would like to. You can corp it also. The corping would be mainly from your, back end, your front and back, wherever you feel you would like to corp it. You can do so. So I can say I want to corp it from this side a bit. Then I can do so. So this option where you have delete or your corp or silence or some volume adjustment, that can be. Another aspect could be taken care would be, you can, let's say this particular audio aspect, you wanted to copy it. Let's say you can copy it, or you want to cut it and you want that to be said towards the end. And then you can come over here, wherever you want to insert it, end or in between, let's say over here, and you paste it. And this is would be mainly when you have audio file imported from internet or from your subject matter expert, or more, maybe from a voiceover artist who is basically created this whole thing, or maybe it's an AI voice, because a lot of AI voices which are also done, but you're not able to go back to the software and able to edit it. So in that case, the bit of edit of inciting silence and all that can be worked around. Yeah. So just going to say no. Yeah, so I've just inserted this, the same, just hear out the difference between both of them. You're going to open the wave files now. Okay, so check out that wave file, increasing that wave file a little bit. So you can scan through it bit by bit, not playing it, but you can play and hear also. And there we go. Yeah, so you can see the small gap over here. And then I'm going to close it and check out the second one also. We didn't name it. Should have named it. That would have solved the problem. Let me just do it once again. I will name it so that there'll not be an issue. Hold on. Text to speech. Yeah, number 2. Okay. Now let's open it. Okay. Check this out again carefully. Enlarging it a little bit so you can preview it clearly. There we go. The gap we inserted, can you identify that gap over here? Play it, perhaps it'll give you.
Marketing, the most popular types of content marketing for the year.
Yeah. And then that's where the gaps which you insert, and here again the same.
Businesses can get more leverage from their content marketing efforts by understanding the benefits of content marketing, the most popular types of content marketing for the year.
So longer gap you give, it will basically prolong in terms of giving that space, so that spacing can be done. So anywhere you feel no, the space is too much, as a dialogue flow is not going good, then you can kind of go ahead and kind of delete that thing. So that kind of provision, you say yes, you want to save the file. Yeah, then you see the difference now. The second, this file, if you just see this seconds, we have removed a few seconds from the previous, from the first text voiceover. Yeah, so that's where the some minor edits here and there. So that's what you can kind of check it out when next time when you are trying to especially take a video from elsewhere. Now the bit of options can be also worked around when we are talking about the video also. So I'll just show you how you can have a workaround on that section also. Yeah, so you can add a video from file or a website or webcam or from your audio thing. So to do so, you can go to your insert, because either you insert audio from the file or from your media library, or the same thing, you can do it over here also. There are a couple of options which are available from the website also. Now, if you're inserting from the website, this is how it could automatically, the video will be automatically synchronized with a slide and it will be there in the timeline. But you can control it by using the buttons. Yeah. So if I just quickly give you a quick kind of a preview, then it could look something like this. Yeah. So I am going to take basically import a video from a particular website. To do so, I need to insert from the website, or I can insert from my existing, if I have something in my file. Yeah, so how you can do it, perhaps that is what we're going to quickly explore it over here. Yeah. So let me go ahead and open a video from the internet. I hope you can see the browser screen, people. Everybody with me? So I'm just going to some video. What do we search for video on? What topic should we take? I'm just wondering. Okay, let's create mind map. And there we go. We say videos. And there we go. We got this option. So this is a 2-second video. This is, I think, YouTube video is what I need to basically grab. So I can go for this particular video, perhaps. Yeah.
This clip,
There are
titled
other,
How to
yeah.
Mind Map, is about the basics to get you started with mind mapping, and it's brought to you by Magrosi Consultants.
Okay. So let me say we can take this particular video which we would like to insert. So what option you have, you may click on the share button over here. Yeah. Or you can take the URL from here. Now, if you want to embed the particular video as a web object, then you can go ahead, click on the share button. Yeah. So once you click on the share button, you will have this option. You go for this embed, and you have this embed video code. You copy it. You take the whole thing and go to copy it. Especially when you want to insert a video as a web object. And then after that, I'm going to come back to the where I would like to insert whichever slide I would like to insert. So you have an option, if you notice, video, from file, from website, media library, and also, do you see this web object? Right? You click on that web object. Yeah. So you can go ahead and insert that URL itself, whichever URL you have it. And you can also test it at this moment. We have not typed in URL, and that's why it is coming like this. If you have a file in your, wherever you have a file, that file can be also uploaded. But definitely you should have a file where it's not like the video file, but some kind of a web file, like HTML kind of a file that can be utilized, and it will display on that particular, let's say you want the video to be in the new browser or on the slide, that you can decide. I'll show you this also, which you can use. Now let's quickly see here, and we say video from website. Yeah, what it says, to insert a link to a website you uploaded to the website, copy the embed code from the website and paste it here. So this is where I was talking. So any video you open, let me just close this. Let's say we are opening this video. Whenever you have this, you don't have to play the video as such. If you want to play it for your understanding whether video is a suitable video or not. So just go to the particular video and you can click on this button, the share button. And the first option you will find the embed video. So you take that embed code, copy it, and then you come here and then you paste it over here. And you say okay. Yeah. Now take a note. The actual video wouldn't be visible over here when you are previewing it. Even if I go for a preview, it will not preview. This will come like this only. But when you publish it to the 360 review 360, or you publish it to your LMS, then this video will come up. So that's what you need to just keep in mind. So if I just kind of show you how do you do it, you click on the publish button. This is what I was saying when you were saying that you will upload it. You have an option to upload in the LMS. Other than that, there's another thing you can do. You can click on this publish button, and then the first option you see here, this review 360. Yeah. So you publish it there, create a new item over there and publish it. Then there will be a URL which will be generated. You take that URL and you share it with anybody, whoever you would like to share that file for review comments. Now, when we create our portfolios also, if you want to share with your client or your potential employer, then never share the .story file. You know why, right? People? Why not .story file? Absolutely. .story file is actual. Every file extension you see for Articulate will be .story file, the one which you're working, the one which we create using slides and scenes, all that layers and triggers. Rather, you can either share it like create a video out of it. You have an option. You have an option to give them a SCOM package which could be this. I'll tell you how all this will later, it will come, but I'm just telling you now, you have an option where you can click on this review. Instead of giving the dot story file, you're giving the URL. So they're not getting the dot story file. They can just preview it and it'll play like a player. Same things which you have seen in the player. When we go for a player, it'll be happening like this. So once you click on the publish button, then this is a very bad raw file. I'm not publishing anything at this moment, but perhaps you will get a URL, and that URL you share it. That's how it works. So it will be like your player. So if you just see this, if I just preview this scene, this is your player preview, which will come now. In your review 360 also, it will come like this. Right at this moment, as I told you, the web objects will never be available for preview. When you do it in a preview mode, it will be available only when you actually, publishing the particular course. Now we are not published, we are just previewing it. So this video could, another thing I want you to always remember, whenever you insert a web object or like this, which you have done, a video insertion using this option, embed code, then always this will come on the top. So suppose you have a character besides it. So don't overlap the character because everything will go behind. So you have to have a proper spacing being given for the video. So for example, let's say if I'm inserting a character, some classic character, let's say Olivia. These get inserted so fast, the classic one, and the story file doesn't get hanged. That's the reason I thought like picking this up, and often do so. If this is in the front, you're keeping the character in the front, and the character is having some kind of a perspective and some kind of a, let's say, pose, like hands are on the video. You see here, her hands are overlapping with the video. Automatically, when you're publishing or it's been seen by the learner, this web object will automatically come in the front. So her hands will be cut in the image. So since you have kept it like this, it won't be like, so keep that in your mind always, because often people forget that, and when they publish it, they realize something wrong. So that should not happen. Right? Alternatively, of course, here you see this file is being, if I just preview this, you just inserted it from the file. Just show you, this is a very few seconds scene thing. See here, can you see this movement? There's no sound, just the video file. The movement. So automatically when you play see that particular scene, it will play in the timeline, any video. If you're not using a controller button as such, like how it's happening now. I have not pressed any button. It's automatically playing. Now it's stopped. If I just preview it again, you can see. The video is automatically playing. Yeah, so if you really don't want the video to play automatically, then again, the same process you have, you can use these buttons. So how do you do it? Just quickly with the same thing. Let me insert another slide. Blank. And then, yeah, I'm just going to insert some video. Inserting it from the file. Okay, wow, I have some videos over here. So perhaps I could insert this video. Yeah, you can see now, you can resize it there over here, how it's been kind of. And if you just preview it, I mean, you want to preview how it just kind of looks, then you can check it out from here also. See here, it gives you a quick idea. Now, let's say I want to, I don't want the learner to view this. I want to give the controls to the learner, because moment you play, like insert these kind of slide, it will automatically play according to the timeline. Only way to stop it is I can move it a little bit in the timeline by moving it this side. So it will play after 2 seconds automatically. But let's say you don't want that. Now this MP4 file, we want it to be controlled. So the same process you follow, you can set a quick trigger. You say trigger, you say, oh, I should make the buttons. I haven't made the buttons. Let me just quickly insert 3 buttons. Resize it a little bit. I think this will be visible color. Say play and pause also we can do, but it can be only stop also. Play pop and let's say stop. This is to give a maximum space to the video. The stop button will stop the video, and if you're playing it again, it'll start from the beginning. Okay, so quick trigger. We say play media. Oh, no, chosen the wrong button. Okay, play media video. Only one video we have. User clicks on button 1. Yeah, so button 2, stop play. It will be pause. This will be stop, and there we. Okay, I think I review the wrong. This is where the problem is happening. Buttons are coming later because I moved in the timeline. So buttons were becoming visible later. We should have the buttons coming up right away. Let me see if the buttons are correctly done. Play, pause, and stop here. There's something wrong. Perhaps you can insert the markers also. Do you remember doing that 360-degree stop? Again, if I play, it'll be from the beginning. Did you notice that? Stop. Again, if I play, it'll be from the beginning. Yeah, so that's the one which could be taken. Again, you can see that file is being there. This is how this can be kind of controlled. You can set a trigger as it's been there, all these different triggers which are there. Okay, this is one to be. So in this video, now I've not done that, but perhaps you can try this out. This could be really helpful. Let's say using the video, you would like to demonstrate some process or steps. You can let the things being also be happening by creating a layer. So what is being done over here, the video is inserted like how we inserted a video, regular video. Yeah, along with the video in the timeline, you have adjusted some layers. Why have you adjusted the layer? Because you're trying to show the step, that step 1, do this. Let's say you are giving them a video on how to prepare a, let's say a grand chart, or maybe how to prepare a particular cuisine, a food item. So step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. Just as the step 1, 2 is being orally described in the video with the help of character animation is being, or objects or something, that can be also visually shown on the screen by inserting the layers. As you can see it over here, layers are inserted. Yeah, and then of course with those layers, you are setting a small trigger. What trigger you're setting? When user clicks on step 1, you show that layer so that they get an idea what it is. Like that for the next, and like that for the next. And these will be coming up in the timeline. So just let's preview it. So just kind of quickly you get an idea what exactly is happening on this particular video. So video is coming. I think something wrong with the triggers may not have been set properly. There we go. Step 3, step 2. It's kind of a quiz. Something wrong. The triggers are not set that way. But you can perhaps preview. If I just quickly go to step here, what it shows, show the layers, show the step 2. Yeah, layer, remember, when the user clicks on step 3. So this is where the trigger's been wrongly set, but again, that could work. So I could say, show the layer step 3 when maybe I'm just trying to make it. And if you see in the timeline, those things which is coming up, these, the your animated thing will also appear, the step 1, 2, 3. And the layers will be shown. Layers could have a description. This is kind of an giving you an idea to the learner. So again, check out this one. Yeah, this is all correctly being set. So we are laying it across in the timeline. See, first 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds approximately, your first step is coming. And then again, another few seconds, second step is coming. And then this step is coming. As the steps are coming, these layers should pop up like this in the timeline. So this can be laid across like this, the base layer, objects. Let's preview this if this is working this time. Oh, hold on. Your steps would not appear. The steps have gone. We insert the shape. If you're inserting a web object, then these steps won't be visible on the screen. Layers could work out. Now, right now, what I can do, I can select option and send it back, send it backward. Perhaps my first step is on the timeline. Okay, that's what I see. Things are correct, but still step 1 and 2 is not inserted. So perhaps I need to insert them. Oh, I already have it. Hold on. What is this? Step. Okay, all are step 3. Is it? And overlapping. I think I should recreate these. I think that should perhaps help in showing up. Otherwise, these are all for layers. So only step 3 is there on the slide. That's why it was coming towards that. If I remove it, then it'll be. So I need to lay it across in the timeline of the first sheet also. Let's say this is a step 1. Yeah, and then another step 2 and step 3, and then trigger it accordingly. I think that could help in doing it and adjust it accordingly. Once again, by removing all these things in the timeline. This is how it will work. I hope you're getting it. So I'm just kind of removing at this moment. This one. This one also. Now the steps are not laid across correctly, but I'm just assuming that these are the steps. 3 steps will appear. When it will appear according to the timeline. Where to be adjusted, I'm not doing that adjustment, guys, just showing you that, okay, steps will appear automatically in the timeline. It should go away also. So I should perhaps animate it also. Both the entry and exit animation is there. This also I'll delete and just recreate one more. Yeah, so if I just show you, I'm not doing any trigger for it, it's automatic. It's only that uh, this is where user clicks on it, step 3. Now I have to set the trigger for it also. But right now, for just showing up on the timeline, it will be automatically shown up. But if I want the user to click on it, then these steps will come. So what I need to do here, the steps need to be number, step 03, 030. Okay, this is already set, fortunately. When user clicks on, let me just quickly check. Show the layer 3, that is a step, okay. 3 is there. And then show the layer 3 again. When show the layer step, let's say, let me make it 1 when user clicks on it. And once again, let's check this quick one. Show the layer 2 when user clicks on it. Now it should kind of work around. This is one in the beginning, and then 2, and then 3 a little later. Where's the video? Okay, where's the video? Video playback. Yeah, so I'm not adjusting it by seeing the video. That's why it's could be a little weird in terms of coming up. Yeah, so there I can. Not happening properly, guys. The triggers are all set correctly. When the user clicks on 03, show the layer, it's kind of, this only layer is coming up. The rest all are not coming up. Perhaps. Oh, first one came. Okay, the step numbering is different. That's what I was wondering. We should perhaps do that bit of common sense, applying the number correctly. So let me just correct it. Then I think we'll not have this confusion. And this is number 2. Number 2, and this is 3, correct. Now this should work. Oh. Add timing. Okay, something wrong. This is, I think it's stuck for me, looks like. Is it not? Oh, great, it didn't, fortunately. Okay, there we go, step 1. Now you have to choose a right video, otherwise a lot. Descriptor can be given, no description is given over here. I am just showing you just to give you a demonstration how this can be utilized. And there we go. Because I did not click on time, I missed the description part of it. So perhaps user can be given a control over here by using the start play pause button. So if you remember, it's similar to your that 3D object insertion which you have learned earlier. Do you remember learning that 360-degree image? So on that also you are inserting the zoom, your hotspot as well as markers, and learner can click on it and they can have a description of it. It is something similar to it, but you're doing it with a video. So it can be set in this manner. Yeah, you can go to insert and you would have markers. If you want, you can choose a particular marker. Let's say this one you wanted. Yeah. So instead of this whole thing, you can have a marker also. The learn once again. All right, quickly. So first, I'm going to insert a video. Remember, we are inserting it from the file. That means the video should be there in your system beforehand. Okay, let's say this is the video. Okay, and then assume that this video contains some steps to explain something, like let's say some steps to create some kind of doing some analysis in Excel, or maybe some programming, or maybe something on steps on problem solving, or steps on preparing a let's say prepare biryani or some kind of a food item, so that you are using the triggers to explain the step, or it can be used for some other purpose also. Let's say you have a video which is giving a walkthrough of a particular area, like a palace or a city. So each time it's going to take up that area video. I think that can be utilized for this. So let me insert the area video. So I'm just telling you, where do you use it? You may have to further explore where you can use it for henceforth. So let me say this one. These are only few seconds video, not like a very long video as such. So just checking on the timeline. Okay, this is disturbing. This panel is disturbing. Okay, on the timeline, the duration of this particular video, wow, almost going up to 1 minute. This is good. So what we will do first is we can create the layers. So this is my base layer. Is grayed out because we have dimmed it. And on that base layer, I can build up something. So I can go ahead and take up some shapes where it will describe that object. So let's say description. So we will talk about this particular zone, or maybe this particular zone. And you can also insert I can insert icon, like a close button icon if I want. So going to icon, and let's say close button icon. If I can get something like this, yeah, this sounds good. And I'm going to bring it over here. I can change the color also to a different color. Perhaps this text box. Some description is needed. Be aware of small animals. So there we go. Increase the size of it. And if you want, you can use an arrow also. Perhaps I can insert a specific arrow. Where is the insert button? There we go. And I can indicate that area. This need to be in the front. So I should do the alignment also over here, format, and always bring it to the front. This particular thing. This layer is done, so this is going to copy it, make some duplicate layer, duplicate and duplicate, but I'm going to edit it. Edit in sense, we are talking about the other zone. Okay, there we go. This should be in the front. Okay, so, and then we have one more layer thing. So, okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it over here. Layers are ready. I should perhaps name the layers. That will be helpful. This is, let me keep it as a layer 3 and layer 2. There we go. So my layer 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here. So I need to insert in my base image. Insert. Now I'll insert a shape maybe with some description on it. That means this should somewhere over here. And then my next is here. This next is here. So this is the step 1 or description 1. Basically, I will write it as a description 1. And then, yeah, in the base layer only. Then I'll hide it in the timeline. And this is somewhere on the top. So I'm just checking the area of the zone. This is somewhere on the top. I think this is how it's been laid across. This is 1, 2, 2 is 3. So 2, this is the 2. 2, I just need to have this a little bit here. I'll adjust it. This should be a little bit here. Okay, now we can adjust it in the timeline. So I want this to appear first, but little later in the video, and then this will appear. Voiceover can further make a difference, which I'm not doing right now, but you can consider doing it when you're doing the real one. Okay, and in the timeline, of course, I am also reducing this one. We don't want it entire time. It is longer because of the video length. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so long. Okay. This too. Now the description will stay for longer also because we have widened the step. So the learner will have more time to click on it. I'll keep it little nearby, guys, because otherwise it's going to take a time to preview it longer. Let's leave it across. There we go, done. We can edit the description. I should perhaps always be renaming it. So this is what we want, the description 3. I hope we understood the timeline. The video is longer. I'm not leaving across because if I do so, I have to play it longer. So I'm just stopping it over here within 38 seconds. We set the triggers now. That is what is very important. Okay. So play. Okay. Now you tell me which trigger. Everybody? It will be the close button also we will create now. You're right. Motive is to share the layer because layer contain the description. Yeah. And then one. Yes, the alignment is right. Now we go back to layer. So what we want, we create a trigger in the layer. Notice what you're doing, creating a trigger in the layer. Yeah, what is a trigger? You say? What trigger? You tell me. Because what we want, I'll tell you the action. Action is we want to close this, we want to stop this layer. I'm going to hide this layer, let me call it directly. When the learner clicks on this cross button. Now see. Icon, that is icon for us. Right? That's what we have it in this particular layer. And if you see, I put my cursor on the icon, see there, it's getting highlighted in the red color. That gives me an indication. And I say, okay. So I'm going to copy this trigger, or let me just do it over here. Why copy? Hide this layer when user clicks on this icon. Let me move it this side so you can view it. Let's see it on this icon. This icon. Okay, okay. This should be in the front. Let me see if it is in the front. That you can do it. This is basically play according to the timeline. You can do that also. Send it to this. See this one I'm showing you for video. You play that. That's what I demonstrated it for that one. This one I'm demonstrating because you all said okay. Let's to demonstrate it basically. When I asked for it, should I? There we go. We are set. So the learner will have a hide this layer. We come back to this layer. This is set. Perhaps we should write it down also. This is my the trigger set correctly. Okay. See, I have this is my step 3. 3 this is. Okay. This is 2. This is 1. And this is 2. It means I should number it because otherwise in my timeline, my 1 has gone back. This should come first. Or if I don't want to number it, suppose, forget about numbering. You don't want the number, but you want the description. So let's say the description is the first one. This is the first one, first layer. Description is tracking. So I can say over here, precautions to to trekking into, let's say, hilly area. And set the text also accordingly. Let's say the second one, we want it to be, it's a plain land. So you can come back and set lastly, the top one. Mountain climbing. So her number issue I have removed only because I have laid across in the timeline, which is not according to the number. That is the reason that's been. Otherwise, you can number it however. Suppose you're explaining steps, the number should work out. I think we are set. We can definitely preview it now. Let's preview this. I have not set the control buttons to the learner. That can be absolutely done. So now it's moving across to a little different zone. I can click on it. It shows me. I can close the layer. It goes away because as we have set it in the timeline, you can set it longer in the timeline also. Oh, the view has changed because so I should check the video before I do all these kind of stuff. But perhaps it is having a little bit of plain land. So I can talk about sail into the ocean also. There we go. I think that is how it's happening. So previewing the video is highly recommended. Otherwise, these kind of blunders will happen. Okay, stopping it over here. Okay, this trigger is not working now. Okay. Closing the preview. Right. So I have not previewed the video. How is the preview? Because it's a video. I thought this scene will only move across a little bit because most of those building scenes were also smaller. Perhaps that's what you could do. So idea is basically setting these layers, of course, choosing the right video so it will work out accordingly. Okay, I hope everybody is getting it. How you create the close button. The button will be or that particular the main layer that will still stay on the screen. The text will still stay on the screen. It will stay like this because a layer is visible. So I need to hide that layer, right? So that because it's a video, I wouldn't have hidden if it would have been a straight scene, regular scene. But because it's a video, it's rotating, the view is changing. That is the reason we are hiding that layer. And how are we hiding? Just using a trigger. Correct. But the video is going away. No? They won't be able to see the next the back side of the video. And also if any pop-up come like this, like suppose something like this comes, it will hide because it will come in the front. It will the user will have an issue. So another way is that you in the trigger itself, if you want, you can set a a trigger where it will go away after those stipulated seconds if you want to set it that way. Yeah, this could be a good way because you're making the learner interact because that's the whole objective. And these boxes can be smaller. I was showing it bigger so that you all can understand, what I'm basically trying to do on the screen. This is indicating the zone. Like this arrow is indicating this zone. So they're clicking on this, then this appears. And then the scene will rotate. To see the scene properly, they have to close it. So before we show the video, we should give that instruction to the learner that they should perhaps, okay, I should clear the notation, hold on. They should perhaps click to know more. Click on the image to know more. And further you can, if the cross button itself is a visual aspect, you don't have to tell them, but that instruction can be given. The click to know more and click on the cross button to uh, move to the next topic or to close the description, something like this. We often do it, we like these are the indicators, play, pause, it's on the screen. They know how to do it. So likewise, if you give a scenario or an activity, you mention them, do this, do this, do this. So they will be doing it accordingly. record, you can go to your the slides. Yeah, and then you have a record screen option over here under your slides. If you
Yes.
see here, so you have these are question slides. We'll be discussing it. We have it in our upcoming module, and
Okay.
then you can record it,
Okay.
whatever record. So whatever you record for that particular dot story file, this is a one particular dot story file. It will be also be visible here. See, two recordings I have done, only few seconds just to show the demonstration. Alternatively, we can go to a new file, and then you will from there also you will have the option. When you open a new dot story file, you have option import from PPT or use a content library or do a screencast, record the screen. So there also the steps are same whether you do it from your slides and record a screen, or you do it from your from the main menu option, which is your articulate opening screen. So we choose this option, then this will pop up. Yeah, and then you will have 1, 2, 3 going on. Yeah, and then the recording will start, and then it will insert. If you go for an insert option, that will be inserted like this. These three simple steps. So you can see here, this is a YouTube URL, and this is a portion of the video which is recorded. I think you all did it, but I want to show you one more thing when you do the recording. Yeah. Now, just let's just quickly kind of a demo a recording. Maybe I'll just so that I can show you those options also. Before that, I'll just show you what exactly happens. There will be option to record. Option in sense you can do the video on a single slide. The video will be inserted, or you may notice also this option is there step-by-step slide. So you will have the view mode, not your try mode, and also test mode. Right. So now if you go for those options, I'm showing you what happens if you go for a view mode. So this is where this is a video which is recorded. I'm talking about the second video. Yeah. And then the moment you record over here for a view mode, suppose I select this option called view mode. Yeah. Then what happens? Your video, the screenshot of it, the first that slide will basically get inserted here. And you can further go and in that particular video you can scroll a little forward and again choose a particular slide which you would like to put a screenshot. Basically it will give you the preview. So that's what usually happens. See here, click on that view mode and whichever section you are in. Now previously I was in the beginning, and then next I am going to this section. I'm just scrolling it a little bit and I'm moving it forward. See this blue color line, which you can see it over here. And then this appears. And again, I say, okay, insert this. So what happens? It will help you to insert the step-by-step process in the form of screenshots. So why we use it? Now, suppose I am creating a e-learning video on certain tool, right? Certain tool in certain application. So in that case, I would require to have the multiple screenshot. Maybe I have taken one short video of screen recording of a particular application. Now I need to break it down and show the screenshot. So perhaps to understand this, I'll show you another quick video. Video is another e-learning course which I have created in the past, but this is where we use it. Yeah. So likewise, if you go for a try scene, yeah, this will to give you an idea. Okay, what's there in that particular, your mode. So as you can see at the try mode steps, then this again, it can give you an idea. Okay, this is my first try. I can see like this. And again, I can move forward. Then again, it will upload another screenshot. So this is where you have to watch out in the timeline. And then you may also try, let's say, I don't want all this. I want to insert this option, which is your test mode. Yeah. So again, if you go for a test mode, then what happens? You will have this option, this test mode. Then this slide will be inserted along with the your result screen. Because this result screen is available over. If you go to your slide and then you have a result screen over here. If you click on it, this will be. Now I have not inserted this. Automatically it inserts, because assumption is that based on this particular recording which you have done, the Articulate is trying to give you a screenshot, and based on that screenshot of that particular screen, you are conducting a asking questions. conducting an assessment or test, whatever you call it. And then there is a results slide. So content you need to create, but it gives you the result slide and also the screenshot when you go for this option, which is your test mode. Okay. And then again, wow, if you feel, no, I don't want this view scene, I want a try scene, I want the test mode, I just want that video itself. Yeah, then you go ahead, you go for that whole thing, video on the single slide. And then it will appear like this. So you will be able to see the video. This is where the video is inserted. If I just quickly preview this slide, you will be able to see. The slide is for only for a few seconds so that it wouldn't take a long time as such to preview. But there are 2 videos, 2 or 3. It's going to take a little while. Okay, so there we go. The video now.
Okay, so to get started, all we need to do is head over to
This is from the
wordpress.com
YouTube.
and you'll arrive on this web page. Then simply navigate over to
And if I just
Start Your Website. And here we just need to simply add our
Yeah,
email
what is
address,
closing this
username.
preview. The same has been done for the other video also. I mean, you're just putting it on the, you have an option, all these options are on the single slide. So why do you require all these options? These, especially the step-by-step option. Perhaps I'll just show you another file that will give you an idea. I hope you're getting it, guys, the step-by-step thing. So assume that you are going to create a e-learning course, but you have a particular tool or application or a software on which you're creating. That particular objective is, it can be any scenario, guys. I'm just giving you one example of it. The objective is using that particular software or application, the screen recording, what you have done, you need to create an e-learning course wherein the learners need to be taught how to use that particular application. What is available where in that whole application need to be explained. Okay, now if they have to get an idea what is where it's available in the application, they need to be given a step-by-step process. But it's not with the help of a video. Not at the first go you show video and say, okay, done, over. Because the software itself have multiple section, subsection. So as a user, end user of the application, they need to be oriented to each and every section. They should know how to generate report, how to apply this function, where is what is available, etc. A detailed approach, perhaps. Now, as an e-learning developer, all the content you have is a bit of description, maybe from your subject matter expert, and also you being given the explainer a video which is you can say a screen recording, which you might have created, let's say a screen recording video of the entire application, because you will be using those screen recording video snippets here and there to explain the concept with the help of interactive learning, creating an e-learning course. So if you see this one, I'm just showing you through this is a story file, which I'm showing you at this moment. Now, if I just scroll across the story file, I'm just kind of reducing this a bit so that you will be able to view. Yeah, so you can see the application now and the whole application background, what's happening. And also it says, click here to view the image, the signature of the member or the customer. And then verify the identity of the member, of course, a customer or the member. And then see here, minimize the window because after you're done with the verification. So each of these things we need to come here, double click on this. But I would require a screenshot of this. Either it would be on the full screen or in the form of like a computer preview. Then you double click on the account number under the CASA category to get the information about the customer account. Then you do this. Ensure account holders account number is sufficient balance. Then you do this, click on the cash withdrawal, and then you do this. Then the cash withdrawal screen with account information is launched. This is a banking application, FlexCube, and that's the reason it is like this. So again, this whole information which is required, the learner need to have an idea. Okay, this is what it will appear. This is what I have to click. This is what I have to do. The process of doing it. So here again, the detail is given what they have to do. So for such kind of video, such kind of e-learning courses, I would require a very detailed video of the screenshots, because without which I cannot. These are all inserted separately. Character is inserted. This whole, the laptop screen view, which you see has been inserted as object. This is a caption inserted. This is the character inserted. Your title is inserted. Your computer. See, if I move it a little bit, here, it's been inserted, right? So ultimate objective is to give them a whole idea. So, and that's why this is created. This is a separate screenshot again uploaded so that they can see what's been appeared. Print this and hand over to Mary for verification. The Mary was a customer who came in the beginning in the story. It is there in the beginning. So, so the whole idea is you engage them not just by this, but again with the help of voiceover and all that stuff. This is just a trial aspect which is being done, but this is the whole idea where you require this kind of a thing. If I just preview, this is where you can start the course. You get the course detail. I'm just showing you just a quick one so that you get an idea. Here we go.
Click here to view the image and the signature of
Yeah,
member
again
or
over here.
customer.
See here.
Minimize this
Minimizing
window to
the
verify the
voiceover, and you can see here now. So the learner is given the whole walkthrough, and then of course that the learner will have some questions coming up, knowledge check, drag and drop kind of a thing they'll be doing. And again, the practice continues further. So this is where they will be using this button, double click on the member frame field. So where is the member frame? They should know where is a member frame field. Perhaps click here and there and kind of find out where it is here. There we go, correctly. Double click the number, double click on this. So again, next process, see here. This will appear, and then next, okay, click on the cash withdrawal. So I search for where is the cash withdrawal, maybe here or where, check it out. So those who have done it perhaps will be able to do it, since I'm just kind of forgetting it where it is. So once you click on it, then you get it. So this is where you're making the learner do the practice. So initial sections, you are trying to give them an orientation. And this is where you can see. So these are the places where you require to have those options, because you don't have to go back all the time and keep on taking the screenshot every time you go to application. Again, take a screenshot. Again, that once you record it, then you can go ahead, play it over here in preview. For example, if I just do it for, let's say, a new file. Okay, don't save. Yeah, new file, open a new project, and I go here and insert. No, it's the slide and do a record screen. Yeah, now this has appeared. I will go back to the internet. Yeah, and grab something, maybe.
Most working professionals are finding jobs the wrong way. They see a job post and they hit the apply button, and then they hope they get a call for an interview. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, स्वागत है आप सभी का एक बार फिर से। तो दोस्तों जानते हैं 7 बेसिक टूल्स या 7 बेसिक क्वालिटी टूल्स के बारे में। 7 बेसिक टूल्स या 7 क्वालिटी टूल्स जो हैं ये 7
Let's say this.
Imagine you've been tasked with a really important project at work.
Okay, let's say this one.
Imagine you're the manager of a supermarket chain.
Let's say I'm going to pause it and just set it. I'm not going on the full screen mode, but perhaps going on the full screen mode would be appropriate. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit over here only. Should not have a background noise and all that.
Meeting with folks,
I can mute my mic perhaps.
What a Lean Six Sigma black belt
here, this is where you can see.
Seems to resonate.
Yeah.
Green belts
so
and black
microphone.
Black belts. These questions seem to come up whenever I'm meeting with folks. So I thought in this video, even though it's sort of a taboo topic,
well, recording for only a few seconds.
I would cover a few things.
But I've kind of
by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what a Six Sigma black belt makes, as well as green belt and yellow belt. So make sure you stick around. Now, if you do like content like this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a subscriber, because I'm going to be releasing a video every Tuesday. Hi, my name is Chad. Some of this stuff in step 2,
it a little bit,
and then black belt,
and there we go. The description is coming. I want to stop it in just in 2 seconds
here, and not many people achieve that level.
Yeah, and
so
then
that's why
say
at the top
done.
of the pyramid you see there's
okay, I'm pausing this. Did you get it, guys? Why we require that try mode, test mode, and all that? Yeah, so everything has a purpose, different purpose. You may use it for a certain purpose. And you may figure out more purpose of it, perhaps. And there we go. The video is inserted. Now I have an option on a single slide, or maybe I can try it by step process, right? So if I go for, let's say, a view mode, and then I can go ahead and let's say insert. So creating that one slide where it's going to get inserted. Yeah, there we go. It's inserted. I have over here in the new scene because I chose a new scene, right? Let me reduce a little bit of it. There we go. Yeah, this is where when I was kind of recording, that's why you will be able to see it. It's been inserted. So if you just go in your timeline, there we go, you will be able to see it. This thing which is being inserted. Yeah. Now, whatever you have inserted, you can have a play around according. Let's say I want another scene out of it. So I can again go to the slides, record screen, and whatever I inserted in that particular, see, I did it a screen recording for this dot story file, untitled one. This will be appearing here. So what I can do, again, I can go ahead, click on it. Yeah, this will appear. Let's say I want to go a little ahead. I just want it to come to this area and I want the screenshot of this only, not the whole thing. Yeah, so let's say I wanted on the same scene, the view scene I have uploaded in the same step, the view scene, and I say insert. Yeah. Okay, here. This is not happening. Should happen. Okay, once again, slide, screen record, the video. Okay, let's go for this option, test mode. Let's say a new scene only. I wanted a new scene and insert. Okay, so there you can see now your the quiz slide, which is you can create a quiz out of it now. Yeah, so you can see this option also came when the user clicks on this submit the hotspot, which you wanted here. If you wanted interaction, it depends on what interaction you want. Let's say you don't want the hotspot interaction, but you want something like this, which I was showing you a moment ago. I was showing you. That is where again you can try it out. This one. It's using the video only. So how you wanted the video to appear, perhaps you need to check it out accordingly. So perhaps this could help. Okay, everybody. Okay, that file got closed. I hope it clarifies everybody. I think this is what we will try to. We looked into the pose, I guess, changing the perspective and the pose of the character. Did we? Using the states. Then I think what we need to look into is that how we can have further usage of the character using the character hotspots and layers. Yeah, hotspot interaction for creating quizzes. We will be doing it in the quiz section in some time, but you can see here also how we can make the interaction using the hotspot. So we're going to basically using these options now at this moment to get this interaction ready. So I'm going to show you a quick preview of it, what's happening in this particular interaction, and perhaps we'll understand how we can also execute it. So previewing it. Yes, so now imagine you're creating a scenario where scenario has certain character, and based on the scenario briefing, the particular business situation or whatever obstacle challenges you would like to explain. So initially it is like you're creating a scene where you are creating that setup, the context of the particular scenario which you're trying to build up. And then after that, you will have questions which will pop up for the learner to give the appropriate option to be chosen. Why you are making them option to be chosen? So that they know what is the right strategy or path or solution which they need to choose. And then each of these options will basically branch out. Right now, you're right at the beginning where you're creating a scenario. Now, I am showing you to introduce a scenario, how you can use if your scenario contain characters, then how you can introduce a character rather than just giving a plain description. It can be done in interactive manner by creating this kind of a scene. So you have, let's assume you have 4 character in this particular case scenario, which you're going to brief up in the beginning before you get into the actual simulation. Then you're introducing the 4 characters. So you say, okay, click on each of the character to know more about them or their business function or their roles and responsibilities in the organization. Yes, so let's say we click on this first character, then the character comes. A character can also say, my name is so and so, and then the description can appear accordingly. So let's say the character is from the quality assurance, the description is given. And you can see all the other characters, like which is there in the background, the 3 characters are all, you can see it's like they are all disabled. So this is a description coming up. The voiceover can be also added, and this is a layer 1, as you can see here. We close it, and then the character 2. Let's say you want to hear this character, another Bob character. So again, you click on it. Again, Bob comes in the front. The description is given. You close it after reading the description. These are sample description, guys, just to make you understand. And then again, I want to hear from here. Again, description. The voiceover can read the whole description and then close button. And again, this character. And then after this is done, you again start over with your actual situation briefing. So how is it happening? How each character is coming in the front and describing with the help of these green color, these oval shapes, which you see, these are the hotspot which is being inserted. And if you see, these are the layers which are created for each of them. So what we are using over here, we are creating the layers for each of the character description. And also we are using these buttons, the button which we have it over here in place so that the learner, let me go to the base layer. For each layer, you have these things to be created. The characters, the 3 characters are basically in the disabled stage. If I just click on it, let's see this one. See, well, Janela, her initial stage is disabled. And similarly, you see for this also, Bob, his initial stage over here is disabled here. So, and that's why he's coming like this, disabled state, gray color, basically. And in the base layer, you have all this, the hotspots and the characters. And that's what you need to. So I'll just quickly demo you how you can create it so that you get an idea. So what we do, we first, again, quickly grab some characters. I'm going to take some classic characters. So it'll be very easy, shouldn't hang. That's what I'm worried about. Let's create a team of doctors. So we have Niles inserted. Yeah. And then I can choose any pose perspective which I wanted. And perhaps I will take him to the, okay, I'll just get him to the layer 1 also. So layer 1. Not this one. Create a new layer. Just naming it so that it's not becoming problem. Okay, and then I'm going to insert another character. Let's say we may have Dr. Betrish. There we go. And 2 nurses also, I think, will do. Let's say Gabriel, nurse 1, and Molly, nurse 2. That's the mistake I did. Again, I have to do it. Unselect the character while you're doing it. Yes. Unselect. And then Okay, Gloria, let's see. Okay. There we go. So we have characters ready. Keep the characters little apart, because they will be also be there in the background. So perhaps that's the reason. And then we come and create a, see, these are all characters in the normal state. So what you do, you create a state. Yeah, what state? We can do the state in the there itself, in the layer itself. So let me just quickly name the character in the timeline, so there is no problem at all. So character, let's say Niles. And Gloria. Yeah, and then I'm going to create the layers. So we have Molly and Gabriel, and then Gloria. Okay. So layer is created. Another layer. We say Molly. Okay, everybody with me? Yeah, and then I'm going to come back to the base layer. And you know what is there in the base layer is your base layer objects. These are, I need to basically take it off completely. All these. Yeah, because I don't want these people to appear in that state. Rather, I need to go to the base layer and take all the character. First character which I'm going to introduce is, let's say, this nurse Molly. So I'm going to take all of them to the as a real one to the our base layer. Let's say the first layer, sorry, layer one, which is Niles, and paste them. Okay, now this one is, I'm going to change the pose of the character. So perhaps I can change her. If I want a different pose, I can do that. Or if you want her to hold some kind of a placard, you can do that also. This is the design and perspective. So what perspective do we want? We can choose accordingly. Let's say she's holding some files. So I can choose this one, maybe, right? And all these other characters in that particular, you come over here, you are in the layer one right now, and you change the state. Let's say you add a state, edit state, and you add up a new state, and state as, let's say, disabled state, and add it. And done. You're doing the same for the other also. Now, in the disabled state, I want you to watch out. Another thing you may do is that choose that character and come to the format. Okay, disabled state character. And then you can change the color of it. So it will look like kind of a disabled, let's say grayscale. So you see her, she grayed out, and say okay. And the initial state of her will be that of a disabled state. See here, now she grayed out over here also. This need to be applied for rest all also. Now for rest all means other characters which are there over here. So what I can do now for ease, all these characters, I can create a that state. First is your, let's say, this edit state, and then I'll copy it to the slide. That'll be more faster. Okay. So disable state, add it, and then come to the format button while I have selected the disabled state, and I'm going to recolor it. Let's say this color to make her gray out kind of a thing, right? And say done. So at this, in the initial first base layer, because I'm in the base layer right now, I'll keep the same characters in the normal state only. While I will be changing their state in the layer when it comes to layers. So again, I'm adding a state for the doctor also, new state, and choose the disabled state, add it. To give a feel of a disabled, come back and recolor. Let's say this one. Okay. You can choose what color you wanted. Let me keep this only. Yeah. And done. Okay. And then this is done, not done. So again, once again, edit state and create a new state. Once added, I'll come to format and recolor. There we go, the last character left. And once again, for each of them, you may have to follow the process. So disabled, add. But this is one time because I'm going to copy it, all the things to the layers now. And this one, the character got grayed out, done. Okay, so for all the character now, you can see there are two states. You can quickly verify it. All the characters got two states, right? So I'm going to come back over here. Now, what I was doing the same thing over here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy it from there. It'll be a little faster for me. So copy all the characters and paste them here. Yeah, while I'm going to remove her here. And then again, Molly, same thing. Okay. And then paste them here. Okay. Then I will do the disable it. That I have to do it again for each of them. And then paste them here. But you're disabled, you have done the disabled state so that the burden is reduced now. There we go, all done. Now my Niles is already done. Yeah, because here she is holding the file. These will be disabled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go ahead, come back, and in the timeline, open the, I think that is Gloria. No, that is Molly. So for Gloria, I need to change the state, normal state. Initial state will be her disabled state. Okay. Likewise for Gabriel also, I need to do the same. Initial state will be disabled state. Okay. And for Niles also same, because this description is all about the nurse Molly. Not hidden. It will be disabled. Okay. Everybody clear? Now to make her come in the front, I'm going to corp her a bit so that her character will come towards more towards the front. Okay. Hold on. And there we go. And then I can have a descriptor box. Let's say Molly can speak about herself a bit. So I can have a descriptor box talking about it. Yeah. Now, in case all the characters are coming in the front, select them and send them back. See here, format, and then arrange them to back. So your caption should be in the front. There we go. That's why you can have a description about the nurse. And then the same process need to be followed. Now this is Molly. This was Niles. Okay, we mixed up. So I'll just change the name. This is Niles. This is Molly. So we did it for Molly. We need to do it for Niles. This is the Niles. So for Molly, I'm going to change the state to disabled. And for Restall also, disabled. Disabled. It's faster because you did it on the base layer. Okay. For this, I'm going to quickly come and change the pose. Yeah. Let's say the pose could be holding a doctor, maybe briefcase, let's say, and then just corp it a bit. just ensure that each character that size is almost the same, because here the size is creating issue because the briefcase is, so I may have to go for a different pose. Looks like something maybe like this could, I think, work out better. And again, I'm going to take the same dialog box and put it over here towards this side. This is also required for the other two. See this yellow color thing and move it to this side and move it over here. So I'm going to choose a character now quickly and put them on the disabled state. This is for Gabriel, right? Yeah, and disabled. Who is Gabriel? Gabriel is this. So this is also need to be disabled then. Gloria also need to be disabled. There we go, done. Change the perspective of the Gabriel a bit. So let's say Gabriel is holding this. Yeah, and then Gloria. So I'm going to take the caption. I think this is Gloria. So for all the other character, the states need to be disabled. Who's that? That's Gabriel. This is Molly. Molly also need to be disabled. And then this character is Niles. Okay, yeah. So Niles also disabled. There we go. Your layers are ready. You can see that. People, layer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but I need to change the Gloria's pose. So I'm going to go to the design and give her some kind of a pose. Maybe this could do. And corp. Voiceover is not added. That will make an impact, a lot of impact when you actually use it for your purpose. There we go. Let's see if anything else is left. Yeah, so hotspots are now. So insert, and then you come to the hotspot. You have these options available, It can be a free forms, a rectangle, square type, or you can choose an oval. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose an oval for each of the character. You can just choose a face area if you wanted. And however, let's say you wanted the entire body, or wherever learner clicks, you will have that option. You can choose it that way. Or you want only the face area as a clickable. Because you're not telling the learner, click on the face to know more about the character. So I'm just kind of choosing it like the whole body, which click on anywhere, then they will have that thing. Yeah. And there we go. A control button, and then just use. Now for them, I should name it also, so there's no confusion for each of the hotspot. So if I just select this hotspot, this is for Gabriel. Yes, this is for Gabriel. So I should perhaps name it the first hotspot as hotspot Gabriel. This naming is very important. Otherwise, we will get confused. And then the second is Gloria. So say this is the hotspot for Gloria. So if you put your cursor, you will be able to figure out. And then we have Molly. So I think this is for Molly, and the hotspot is number 1. Yeah, and then this is the only one left. This is for Niles. This will help me to create the triggers in a more effective manner. Okay, everybody, right? Now you have 2 options. You can use a back button, yeah, on the screen, like a back button over here. You can insert a back button over here, back button. Okay, so they can go back to the base layer. Alternatively, I can create this kind of view also. I can take this button, put it over here, and then like what you did, earlier, and click on this cross. Okay, increase the size of the cross. Selected it, sorry, this cross only. And then increase the size of it a bit. There we go. Okay, and then come to your format and you can change the color also if you want. Let's say we wanted a bit of a bright blue color or something. From the fill button, let me choose a relevant color. This will do. And then copy it and I'm going to put it over here for the rest all also. So the look and feel and the size will be same. So I'm putting it over here, right? So we create a quick trigger. Trigger would be jump to, okay, which would be the trigger? Tell me. Yes. When? User clicks. Button 1. Everybody? Quick trigger, again, same hide this layer. When user clicks on button 1, that's your button 1. And then same thing over here. User clicks on button 1. Okay. Here also. User clicks on button 1. This is ready. We come back to base layer, and that's where we have to set the trigger for the hotspots which are created. Okay. So let's say, now you tell me. Test time. Yeah, so depending on the character, for which hotspot, let's say we are doing for the first hotspot, right? So let's say show layer. Let's say we begin with Molly first. Okay, and then when user. Fantastic. We did it for one. Let's just copy it for the rest all. And then we'll just change the character because we have done the naming. Okay, so I've made a copy. Molly is already done. I'll go to Niles. So when user clicks on hotspot Niles, show the layer Niles, right? When the user clicks on the hotspot Gloria, show the layer Gloria, because we have named it. Things becomes easier and faster. And then Gabriel. All set? Everybody? We can always have a header also, which can say that click on each character to know more. Let's say, let me just insert that also. Click on each person to know more about their role in the organization. That's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to orient more about their role in the organization, let's say in that particular scene. So you're just telling learner to do so. And there we go. I think we can preview it. Let me just save it. So we'll begin with the doctor. There we go. See, the other characters are all disabled now. Close it. Let's say another doctor. There we go. Description is needed, absolutely. And then a nurse. There we go. And then there we go. So name can be also mentioned, though I haven't. It would look really good if you mention the name. Like in the layer, you can say the dialogue, I'm Molly, I'm here to help you. That's not being done over here. So that would just want to show you the demo of it. So this is how it could work out. People, any doubts on the triggers, any button layer? I'm just saying, let's say we don't have trigger. I'm going to remove the trigger. Let me just delete this trigger off. So there's no trigger. I've deleted the hotspot also. Now the only Molly I have. So for Molly, I want to click on the Molly. I want to go to the layer. So I will click on that, see show layer. Yeah, show layer, which this one, when user clicks on Molly. No, Molly is a Gloria, right? Show layer Gloria. There is a Gloria here. Gloria. And say okay. Yeah. So let's preview it. There we go. Okay, I chose the wrong one. It looks like the trigger was wrongly set, but it'll work. The trigger is wrongly set. That's why. Instead of Molly, I have chosen the doctor. I think I'll just correct it quickly. Here we go. Yeah. Show layer Molly. There we go. Okay, everybody. Did we get this idea? The whole idea, especially when you keep the other characters disabled and whether one character which you want to describe is coming in the front. It's not necessary character. Instead of character, you can say it's object. That's you have 4 objects or 5 or 6 objects, and you want to describe each object, but with the help of a layers where more description is given in a detailed about the object. Forget about the character for a while. So in those kind of scenarios, you can do like this.